the principal of Sandown North Elementary School. Today I'd like to take you on a tour of the building and give you some idea of what a wonderful facility Sandown residents will be enjoying in the near future. Welcome. This is the administrative suite. The secretary's desk will be here, and this is probably the area parents will first see upon entering the building. This is where you would come. The principal's office is located behind, as well as an assistant principal's office. And we'll continue on and show you where some of the offices are and the other suites in the administrative unit area. This is the principal's office. This is where my desk will be, and basically the official part of the office. Out in that area is going to be a receiving section of the suite, and here there will be a table and chairs where children can come in and we can chat. This would be more where the actual working computer stations will be. There's going to be some natural lighting in here because we have yet to put a window in, but that's coming soon. We are now in the nurse's suite, and this was designed really thinking about the children, and when they come to the nurse, how they are often feeling frightened and obviously usually ill. So we tried to make it as bright as we could with a really nice receiving area here. The window to where the nurse's office is, so that if she's making a parent phone call and a child is lying down and ill, she can see the child at all times. It's light, it's bright. We will soon have the linoleum in, which is pretty colorful, and we were hoping that this would take away a little bit of the fear that sometimes is associated with visiting the nurse's office. And right now we're located in the guidance suite. The area I'm standing in is, again, the receiving area where children will sit or parents will sit as they wait to see the guidance counselor in one room and the school psychologist in another. The benefit to having both of them housed in this unit obviously is ease of communication, and the children will know that this is where they can come and chat if they need to during the day. This is what we're calling right now the A wing. We have not yet determined what classrooms will be located in this hall, but this is our longest hallway of classrooms. We have two wings, and this is the one that's the longest. There are 12 rooms located in this wing. We're in a classroom, and I would like you to notice the windows, and again, to deinstitutionalize the building, to make it feel like a comfortable, welcoming place. We paid attention to the windows and the design of the classrooms. A lot of light is being brought in these larger windows, and the smaller windows obviously bring in more light and give us areas and corners where children can gather and talk about books, talk about their writing, and feel comfortable. The beauty of the setting of this school is that we are located out in the woods, and lots of nature study can go on outside the classroom and be brought back into the classroom to continue later in the day or the week or the month. This is our specialist area. The offices are all located off this general area where specialists can gather, where they can communicate about ideas that they may be having around curriculum issues, needs of children. Children are able to chat with each other as they're coming in to work with the various specialists. It's a nice, bright area, and what we're excited about is that now the specialists can be housed near each other so that there's more ease of communication, because frankly that's been the problem for us in the past. We're now located in the C wing, which is opposite the A wing. It's another wing of classrooms. This wing is a little bit shorter. It houses 8 classrooms. The art room is at the end of this wing. We have one room here that will be used for kindergarten if and when kindergarten becomes a reality in our district. 2 additional rooms will be added on to the end of this wing, making this wing the same length as wing A. This again is a typical classroom. There's really no difference in the classrooms in the 2 wings other than color choices. The colors were chosen by staff members looking at the choices of colors and deciding just what kind of environment we wanted to create. In each of the wings of the classrooms, we have one bathroom to be shared by 2 classrooms, which gives children the opportunity to be able to use the bathroom whenever they need to, and it does not interrupt instruction as it does when children have to leave the classroom, go down the hall, see a friend, chat, and take a little bit longer. So this is another feature that we're really excited to have in the new building. This is a feature of the building that we're very proud of and hope that community members really get a chance to enjoy. This is our new gymnasium where our physical education classes will be held. We'll be able to have our classes longer in length and duration because we no longer will have to take down the tables from the cafeteria and wait for lunches to end before we can resume classes. Classes will be going on in this area all day. As you can see, we have a division between the gymnasium and the cafeteria. There will be a movable portable wall in between, closed during the day, but open for the evenings when we have performances or community gatherings. We will have this entire area available to us for seating, and at the other end we have our raised platform where the children can perform or visitors can stand to speak from. To the left of that is the music room, isolated from the rest of the school for obvious reasons, for sound. The convenience to this is that she has a door from the music room to the stage. Children can go out onto the stage, practice what they may be performing, and work with the music teacher right from there.
Good day. My name is Gil Johansson. I'm the principal of Timberlane Middle School. This is going to be our new addition. There will be 8 classrooms. We expect to have this done by the end of April, the 1st of May. It's coming along nicely. They've insulated. They're putting the sheetrock on. This will give us, we have 4 teachers now that are on cots. This will alleviate those 4 that have to move on wheels, and hopefully this section here will be the 6th grade section, and we will be able to house all the 6th graders together, which will then open up rooms down in the 7th grade and 8th grade, and we'll hopefully coordinate so the 6th are in one house, 7th are in another, and the 8th also. And I'm looking forward to these classrooms. I think it will really help the faculty. The corridors are nice and wide. The ceilings, I think, are set up acoustically to really, I think, the sound-wise, so when the teacher instructs. I know that there'll be lighting. It's going to be, where the whiteboard is going to be, there'll be white lighting all around on top, so that teachers can actually shut the lights off and just have the light on the whiteboard. Got a skylight that also I understand will allow the light to come in and reflect off. I think it's going to be a nice asset, and I think it was well worth the money that was put into it. Thank you.
Welcome to the new addition, Timberlane Regional High School. We're pleased to have you come and see the progress we're making. We're very proud of our new wing, and soon we hope will look like this everywhere in our building. All right, we are now in the new wing of the high school. Very proud of it. We have some science rooms here, math classrooms, an English classroom, and special education offices, classrooms. As we go down the hall, we will observe what we call our new wing. All right, ladies. Hi. How are you?
I'm Steve Otteson. I've been teaching here for 2.5 years now, and just moved into this classroom just 2 weeks ago. And the kids like it here. The kids like it here a lot. A lot brighter in the room. The lights are just perfect because you can adjust the lights to different levels for however the kids feel that day. You can see the classroom is so bright and so clean. With the whiteboards, the contrast is better than the chalk. The kids can see better from the back of the room. And all in all, it's just a whole lot better environment for the kids to learn in.
I think she's recording something.
This is a mini gym. We use this primarily this year as our main gym because we don't have a mini gym. The mini gym is one of the alternatives the kids can have for PE. Some of our kids right now are in the weight room, which is next door. Some of our kids right now are walking the hallways. It's one of an alternative of what they might be doing. It has limited us quite a bit, not having the big gym back, but we'll try and do the best we can that we have. Okay, welcome to our new Timberlane gym. Well, it isn't new yet, but it will be shortly, and there's a lot of changes and good changes that are going to be taking place here. If you look around this entire place right here, right now, you will see that the entire gym is being painted at the top. We have a new ventilation system in both of the corners here, on both sides of all the four corners. We will be putting in a brand new floor, a state-of-the-art floor here that should be coming in 2 or 3 weeks. Bleachers will be on both sides, but the capacity will increase to probably close to 900. And if I don't know if you can pan over here where the stage used to be. The stage has been removed. Outside, there will be an outside foyer area, an entrance so people will come in, and there'll be storage space, some athletic storage space over here for us as well. We will have some new baskets that have been donated by the Athletic Council in here. New gym floor, which will be painted, hopefully with a nice owl or some sort of a logo along that line. And we're looking at trying to get a sound system in here as well. Completion date hopefully will be in the next 30 to 60 days. And I think it's going to be a beautiful place for our teams and our phys ed classes especially to perform and participate in the future.
Hi, I'm Linda Warren. I'm the media journalist at the high school, and this is the new space for the media center. We moved from what is now being used by the music department into this area, which was used by the music department. This is the AV room, and this is where we store the videos, and this is also where the teachers come to get the television VCRs to use in their classroom. Be the computer classroom, and I will have classes in here. They'll come in and begin their research here on the computers and then work from here out into the main library, bringing books back and forth. This will be the stack room where the bookcases will hold the main body of the collection. And back here we have the magazine room where we store back copies of magazines. Then going back out here, this would be the main reading room of the library to sit, whether they've come from a study or from a classroom. And soft seating over by the windows, and the current magazines will be displayed here. I don't know how much of a sense of that you can get at the moment. But the soft seating will run along here, and with this natural light, I think it'll be very pleasant.
3, 4, come on. Just as the time. Now go for my M, sailor, Diana sailors downstairs. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am a sailor come from sea, just as the time.
My name is Tony DeBartolomeo, and I'm the Director of Music for the Timberlane Regional School District, and I've been asked to talk a little bit about the Performing Arts Center. As we all know, the Performing Arts Center is an important part of the $32.5 million bond project that was passed a couple of years ago, and where we would just like to get out some information about it. There's been some false information out in the community, and we'd like to kind of set the record straight with what we know to date. And we've got here the plans for the Performing Arts Center. And right now it's physically going to be located, and it will be when the project is completed, between the high school and the middle school. The general, this may be difficult to see on the video, but these are the detailed plans of the main level floor plan for the Performing Arts Center. Its main feature is a 970-seat auditorium that was reduced. Originally we talked about a 1,200-seat auditorium. However, because of needs for budget restraints, we needed to cut that back to 970 seats. Now anyone knows that 970 seats is still a pretty good size facility, and it's going to suit our needs quite well. Within that 970-seat facility is a 220-seat turntable. With the construction of the library and our lecture hall at the high school, we've eliminated that facility and we've replaced it with a new lecture hall out here. And this round aspect here is a 220-seat turntable that will have the ability to create a 220-seat lecture hall with this performing space here, or it'll have the ability of turning almost 180 degrees, and those seats then become part of the main house of 970. So really, we're getting a really good value for our money here. We're not, we're having the ability to use these seats in a large setting for the 970, but also in a smaller setting for 220. A lot of our instances, a lot of our needs, both in the art, music, and drama department, is really going to be on a smaller. We can have one-act plays, we can have recitals, we can have lectures, we can have discussions in there with the faculties of both the high school and the middle school, without having them in a huge complex that would be just too much at this point. So that's the main aspect of the Performing Arts Center. Now with that, obviously, 4 main rehearsal halls. We've got a large rehearsal hall here, again, encompassing the turntable aspect, and that's going to be for our vocal program for the high school. Over here, we do have a band room, and that's a good size space for the program of our size. Right here, we have an orchestra room that has 4 practice rooms, 5 practice rooms actually. All of these spaces have offices. And over here, we're calling it a multi-function room, or a green room, and it really is going to be used for a lot of different purposes. It's going to be used for a classroom more often than not during the day and during the week, but we're going to have it set up so that it also can be used as a green room, because the stage is right here, and it's going to be used as a green room for performances and productions that we have. We need a space with that because typically our musicals have between 35 and 50 students involved as actors, and we just need a space in there. And this green room will have makeup tables, which will function as makeup tables but also as computer tables when productions aren't happening. It'll have a toilet area, restroom facilities, and it'll have an office for the drama program. And this will be the home for the drama program, but also just a general classroom using for music and drama. On the other side of the stage, we have a large set construction area, and that, as the name entitles, is just for putting together the props, putting together all of the set material that we'll use for the stage. The stage is really good size. It's 90 feet from side to side and 35 feet to front to back. In front of the stage, we do have an orchestra pit, and that is for our musical productions. And in a nutshell, that's what the Performing Arts Center. Obviously, we have some instrument storage areas, and we have a second floor that'll house a control room. I don't know if I can find that right away, but a control booth and some additional storage facilities. Although it may not look like what we wanted when we started, I think the end result will be something that the district can really point to with pride, and really it will be an invaluable community resource for the community of Timberlane, and certainly for the students of Timberlane, to be used on a daily basis. The facility as it stands here, as I've just briefly described, would really fit the bill for what we need. It's a facility that, again, maybe isn't what we wanted, but it is what we need. And we need it because our music and drama programs have grown so explosively over the last 5 to 7 years without a home. Right now we're in the library for the next 2 years until the Performing Arts Center is built. We have very little space. Most of the music department is housed in a 42-foot long trailer outside. But we know the best is yet to come. And if you can support this program, that would be wonderful for the students and for the community of Timberlane. It's been a long time coming. We've never really had a performance space or a facility of our own. And it's time. Thank you. Well, we're standing outside basically where the Performing Arts Center is going to be located. And again, this is between the high school and the middle school. And I'm standing just about on the front right corner of the building, which is about 35 feet away from the high school. And it's going to extend from where I'm standing, right by the road, all the way down to about 12 feet away from the middle school, and there's a stake in the ground over there. And then from that stake, it's going to go back to the double green doors at the middle school, and then come right straight across, right about to that trailer truck right here, just on the other side, on the side closer to the high school, and then it'll come right over to me. It's going to be a pretty good sized facility, and that'll house the auditorium and the 3 main rehearsal halls, along with all of our storage space for the art and no, I keep saying art, for the music and drama departments at the high school. The art is still going to be located in the high school, and they're going to be acquiring 3 new rooms in the facility. But
my name is Linda Morse. I'm the school nurse at the high school. You can see I have a new office here, which is just wonderful. The year has been a busy one. The numbers have been up a little bit this year. It's a busy office. We have lots of things that we see here in this office, a wide variety that I couldn't possibly go into at this time, but I welcome you all to come here and visit. I'd love to have you come, provided you wear your mask and that you're well yourself. And come and see all the expansion of the office. I have 2 beds now, but hope to have at least 4 next year. I have a bigger space so that the kids have places to sit now. I have an examining room, which is just wonderful. Kids now have privacy when they need to speak with me. And I have a private phone, which is a lot different than in the past. So it's been a wonderful experience this year to have this office be as it is now. And I'm very grateful that I have this space. And beyond that, unless somebody has a question out there in the community, I'm not exactly sure what it is people need to know, but I'd be very happy to answer any questions if people would like to give me a call here at the high school.
I'm pleased you were able to visit with us at Danville School. We are really excited about the fact that we finally have the space that we need in order to be able to provide the type of education that every student in the Timberlane School District needs. As we were looking at starting this adventure, and it truly was an adventure, we determined as a staff that we were going to make it work for us and for every single student here at Danville. We had 2 choices. We could either make it the most miserable year of our lives, or we could make it a year where each and every one of us grew. We chose the latter. And I will tell you, it was a wonderful year. I cannot tell you how much we all grew. We learned. Our students went out and measured foundations. We talked area and perimeter by actually going out and doing it. We had the wonderful opportunities through the Macmillan group to have our students as well as our staff tour the building in every single stage of development. We had the construction company come in and meet with students. The architectural firm came in and discussed with our students exactly how you design a building from the ground up. Our children made cement. So we looked at this as an incredibly positive part of our 1-year adventure. Every teacher used construction as a theme. We had children whose job it was on a daily basis to journal exactly what was happening on the construction site. They also had free access to the construction site supervisor who worked so wonderfully with us in order to make this an educational experience for all of our children. Sometimes I hear that people feel that when you do this type of construction, that it diminishes what happens in the educational setting. That absolutely positively does not have to be the case. With the correct attitude and with a lot of goodwill, a lot of support, and on occasion quite a bit of chocolate, it really does make for a wonderful experience. We did not feel that we had a negative impact on our children's learning experience. They still talk about it. We had the opportunity for them to speak with so many of the workmen who actually worked on our site. We had a wonderful community member, Jan Pouliot, who designed and carved a sign for us. The actual design came from the children, but the sign was hand-carved by Jan over the course of a year. The children were there as we put the sign in the ground and helped to celebrate with us throughout this entire year of an incredible construction experience. So for those of you who are worried, my recommendation strongly is look at it through the best possible light. And you will find at the end, and there is an end to it, that you will all have thoroughly enjoyed the experience. So thank you again for joining us here at Danville School.
Hi, I'm Joan Sterner, and I'm the cooking teacher here at Timberlane High School. And this is my gourmet foods class, and on Thursdays we change our classroom into a restaurant, and we serve faculty and staff a meal. And in the fall we study American regional foods, and in the springtime we study international foods. This is our facility here. It's not a professional facility, but we're able to produce very good quality food here and good skills. It would be nice if we could have new countertops. Our renovations are a little bit primitive. We've had to use black plastic as our backsplash so that we don't hurt the walls at all. But the facility basically is very workable. It would be nice if we could update it. There are designers out here. That's the classroom area. Every Thursday we serve 3 lunches, all 3 lunches. We're doing about 70 standing reservations. And when we first started out, we were doing 25 reservations a week. So the program has really come for years.
No, we don't need him. We got a lot more electricians.
Yeah, we have more. He's just expendable.
More where you came from, huh?
There you go, Raj. See, we work together as a team.
Camera you got. Behave yourself.
Thank you for joining us as we examine the state of our union. The union of the towns of Atkinson, Danville, Plastow, and Sandown.